What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another one of my videos. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so as usual, we're going to start off with a little Bitcoin update. So this is actually Bitcoin on the daily time frame. And as a lot of you guys know, we nailed the initial bull flag. Now, what I've been projecting out over the last few days is that we fill out some sort of a flag again. Now, what I've been saying though is that there's no guarantees that we actually top out right here. Obviously, there's a possibility that you guys are watching this video and Bitcoin climbs up to 96,000, 97,000. However, where Bitcoin tops out, you're probably going to want to start drawing some sort of a bull flag. And the reason for that is because of the stochastics. We are extremely overbought right now. I know everything feels great in the crypto market, but we have had 7 green candles in a row and we're extremely overbought. This does not last forever. We are eventually going to get a pullback. What I am looking for in the pullback is to see if price action can start to fill out a flag, and while the flag fills out, the stochastics start to reset. And if the stochastics can reset without losing the 200-day moving average, then we absolutely could get a very strong breakout again. And that's what we're looking for, a support and resistance flip. We want to turn the 200-day into support. I like to show you guys the previous breakout just to show you what I'm talking about. So you can see on the previous breakout that the 200-day was very strong resistance. We got rejected, we got rejected, we got rejected, we got rejected, we got rejected again. Finally, we had the break above the 200-day and then price action came down and bounced off of the 21-day. After it got the bounce off the 21-day, it was pretty much gone from there. And that's what sent us to new all-time highs. We want to see something similar. If we see price action come down here and lose the 200-day, then we're not bullish anymore in the short term. We want to see this yellow line right here hold. So I am calling for an eventual pullback, but this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. I still think we look phenomenal on the weekly. On the weekly time frame, we've had a perfect support and resistance flip. You can see that price action basically came down and retested the previous high. We're looking for something very similar off of the 200-day, a retest off of previous levels. But if you pair the support and resistance flip with the oversold stochastics, it makes sense why we're breaking out. And you also pair that with the fact that M2 global liquidity has been breaking out since January. You can see that pretty much every time in the past when global liquidity breaks out, Bitcoin breaks out a few weeks or a few months later. As of right now, it looks like the same thing is playing out again. So the weekly for Bitcoin looks fantastic, but again, don't be shocked if we pull back on the daily. Now, if we look at Mr. Miggles, it's also had a decent bounce. Mr. Miggles is back up to a $32.4 million market cap. Now, the main level that I'm watching for Mr. Miggles right now is around that $34 million range. It has worked a few times in the past as support, however, it's also worked as resistance many different times. So that $34 million range is very important for Miggles to get back above. If we can see a breach of this level, then we could see a very nice breakout. In general though, there has been some very bullish news around Base. So you can see right here, Miggles posted 12 hours ago, that's what we like to see. Welcome to Base, Binance US. And you can see 12 hours ago that they posted Binance US now supports Base. This is incredibly bullish for Basechain. And naturally, it's going to be very bullish for projects like Miggles, which in Miggles' case happens to be my personal highest conviction play on Base. I know right now from a percentage standpoint that there are other projects that are outperforming Miggles. I understand that. But I genuinely believe over the long run that Miggles has a chance to be one of, if not the strongest project on Base. They have a very rare team. It is hard to find this kind of leadership in projects this small. And I know some people would probably say that a $30 million market cap isn't small. But if you compare the Miggles team to a lot of other projects that are 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, then I believe Miggles is extremely undervalued. As always though, understand nothing is guaranteed in this market. There's always a chance that I could be wrong about Mr. Miggles, but they have built up a network like very few other projects. If this is your guys' first time watching a Miggles video, keep your eyes on this project. And especially keep your eyes on this project in the short term if we break above that $34 million range. But the other thing that you have to remember from Miggles is that it's going to be heavily correlated to Ethereum. We need to see Ethereum have an actual macro breakout. If Ethereum has a macro breakout, it's going to be bullish for a lot of the Ethereum ecosystem, and that includes Base. All of that being said though, if you guys are interested in joining a like-minded community and getting into projects super early, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. We're in the markets every single day. And as a lot of you guys know, I first posted Miggles in my Discord on day 1. But we've been making huge gains in here this entire bull run. My Discord's just over 1 year old and we've already called 6 different 200x projects as a community. Just to put that in perspective, a $1,000 investment could have turned into over $200,000 with any one of these 6 projects. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you'll find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about Mr. Miggles. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.